Thank you, Colin Belzer, Assistant City Manager, for this month's progress. For the first time in 21 years, Hayes hosted the annual Heart of America State Chapter of the International Code Council and Kansas Association of Code Enforcement Conference. There's approximately 120 attendees, and Vice Mayor Burgess welcomed the attendees to the event. On the 100 block of East 18th, we did some curb brick repairs. So here's some before and then after. And the 22nd and Vine, some water main break repairs occurred. 1500 block of Miller Alley, they did a return and sidewalk improvement. Stormwater staff completed a tree trimming and tree removal project in Chichola Draw from 22nd Street to Centennial. We did hire a professional contractor to trim dead limbs on 21 trees. They actually took out 2 dead and hazardous trees were removed, and then city staff collected all the downed branches, and 18 truckloads of limbs were hauled away.
Looks like they took all the leaves off on the asphalt.
I'll talk to Jesse about that. The Hayes Fire Department participated in this year's Hayes Science Festival at Fort Hays State University's Gross Memorial Coliseum, and the firefighters showed the various technology used in today's fire service. Hayes Fire Department hosted Early Childhood Connection Daddy and Me Day. The First Responder Act Collaboration Training, or FACT, is an art collaboration that brings together Fort Hays State University students, individuals with cognitive disabilities, and local first responders to build empathy, trust, and friendship. This is a collaboration with FHSU, DSNWK, and local first responders. They participate in their annual FAA-required ARF live burn training. The City of Hayes qualified as Tree City USA for the 43rd straight year. And then also Parks Director Jeff Boyle was awarded the Jim Strine Community Forestry Award. Park staff transplanted 104 seedlings at the tree nursery. To improve player and spectator accessibility, there's some concrete improvements made at Larks Park. Here's one section or side, and then the other side. A new entrance sign's been installed at Seven Hills Park. And then golf course staff reworked the landscaping for the fort, and you can actually see we reported on the drainage ditch that they improved, so you can see that improved as well in the foreground. And then the forward tee box on hole number 1, which was constructed last fall, is ready for play. Then everyone is aware that the conversion of the infields is complete. Officer Lindsay Clayton met with the local Girl Scout troop to talk about safety and answered questions about being a police officer. Shift lead Brian Mice read to children at the library as part of the Telecommunications Week, Telecommunicators. And so April 10th to the 16th was actually National Public Safety Telecommunications Week, so to honor our dispatchers. And then the same week was also National Animal Control Officer Appreciation Week. Water Resources Maintenance staff to fix the water leak at 22nd and Main and 27th and Plum. Water poster judging took place on March 23rd, and there were over 300 posters were submitted. Vice Mayor Burgess congratulated poster winners on that as well. Holly Dickman was asked to speak at a Girl Scout troop meeting to talk about water conservation. CVB was proud to host the Kansas Mission of Mercy event. $159,000 in funds were raised to cover event expenses. Approximately 526 patients were seen. 471 fillings and over 1,500 extractions occurred for a donated service value of $673,000. And there were over 500 volunteers that were registered, including Fort Hays State and NCK Tech nursing students and NCK Tech plumbing and electrical students. The Kansas State Firefighters Association was in town. CVB welcomed the group with over 200 welcome packets, registration assistance, and shuttle service. Hayes also hosted the inaugural Kansas Prairie Chicken Festival. So actually our area is one of the few places in the world where you can see the greater and lesser prairie chicken. Attendees came from 24 states and Hungary. As I already said, Heart of America building officials and Kansas Association of Code Enforcement was in town. Brandon Cooley with CVB captured video and photos of the fire department training exercise at Lucky Buffet before the building was demolished. Hess Services has completed the installation of water, sewer, and stormwater for the Kingsgate Second Edition along 41st Street. The subdivision adds 22 residential lots, and they're now working on curb and gutter. March 28th, Paul Wurtenberger Construction started on 27th Street, working on the south side, obviously, and they'll be there about 2.5, 3 more weeks until they move over to flip on the north side of the road and traffic will switch directions. Bridge deck repair started. This is Lincoln Draw on 37th Street. And then there's 2 other locations that are being worked on as well. Human Resources hosted CPR and first aid training. Over 44 employees completed the American Heart Association's Heart Savers First Aid CPR and AED program. The airport main staff is working to remove the fencing and obstructions on the recently acquired land to the east of the airport. And then they actually had to remove concrete as well that was put in with the fencing to stop the dogs from digging underneath or escaping. And then a drainage ditch that ran behind the airport hangars and to the south was recently rerouted to on the newly acquired land, which will allow for better utilization. And the airport hosted a Daddy Me event through the Early Childhood Connection. They toured the ARF station, the Kansas Highway Patrol hangar, and the Eagle Med hangar.